Hello, welcome to the Circle of Alchemy Sisters. This is our 1-year anniversary show. We have a beautiful show ahead of you today, some direct channels. But first, we are going to reintroduce ourselves. So my name is Dedra. I am a healer. I am a New Earth leader. I do have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I'm a previous owner of Mystical Vibrations, Crystals, and more. How I got to this place, I would say 1.5 years ago, I met Kristi. She walked into my store and we got to talking, and I set up an appointment with her for a reading. And through that first reading into our second reading, I learned that I had an important role here on Earth, and that my mission and purpose was to be a New Earth leader and to work with the Galactic Federation. And this blew my mind. I'm getting chills all over my body. It blew my mind because I really did not know or have any kind of concept towards me having a role in the New Earth program and working with the Galactic Federation. But through this journey of personal readings and our show, I learned that I am an energy worker. I can heal and align people's chakras. I can feel the energy in the body, which is amazing, and it has been a beautiful experience for me. The growth that I have went through and the journey of becoming this beautiful person that I am today, I do have to thank my team, my personal guides, my higher self, and the Galactic Federation, all through Kristi, bringing these messages to me. So thank you. And 1 year of us podcasting, there's been great transformation. So I'm really excited to start a new year with you.
Yeah, that is exciting. It's crazy. Okay, I guess it's my turn now.
Yes.
Huh? You said all the good stuff.
Well, thank you. I worked really hard.
I wanted to say that. No, I'm Kristi Lynn. I am a psychic medium. Channeling is my best gift. I love channeling. I had a spontaneous awakening about 4 years ago. I moved to North Dakota, and something about the land there kind of just literally overnight, I was one regular human who was struggling with depression and anxiety, and the next day I was channeling extraterrestrials in my kitchen. There was no easy progression. It was like boom, boom, and I had to have my family there to convince me that I was not going crazy. I did not have a brain tumor, that everything I was saying was making sense. A lot of things made sense. I started bringing through relatives. My grandma, who had passed away a while ago, brought me really into it, made me very comfortable. She was sort of my guide into all of this so I wouldn't be scared. I started channeling and bringing through messages of family members who had crossed away. My ex-husband, he would be like, how would you know that? How would you know that if if this wasn't real? And I was coming up with dates and all those things. So I just started telling whoever I was channeling. It never was bad. I never had a bad, scary experience. In the beginning, you're really scared because I was Christian my whole life, and this happened to me overnight without asking for it. I can remember, now this is the only thing that I can remember that I had done to maybe provoke this, but I had never watched psychics or mediums on TV. They weren't my thing because I was always taught that they were bad, so I have to stay away from them. But out of nowhere, I just get this craving, this I have to watch the Long Island Medium. I have to watch the show. And I binge watched it for 3 months. I mean, honestly, every single episode of every single season. And I remember breaking down in my bed and just crying and saying, I need to know that this is real. I need to know that this is real. Please, God, give me the opportunity. Give me the opportunity to help people like this, to be able to do things like this. I just want to know that it's real. So I do remember saying that, being very inspired by Teresa Caputo. She is like, she is my number one channel in my heart. I love her. She is one of the best mediums I've ever seen. And then I do have, once my gifts started activating, I needed to know, like, what am I doing? I didn't even know what I was doing. I just knew that I was like standing there and things were speaking through me. And I knew at this point that they were extraterrestrials because they had so much knowledge about space. Like I just knew that I was talking through me. Mm-hmm. You know, and my kids, they could sit in front of me and they could ask questions, and my ex-husband could sit and they could ask any question they want and I could answer it, right? So just one day I needed to know, what am I? What am I doing? I have no clue about this. And I just asked, what is a channel? I just asked that simple question. It's just that word came in my mind. And this video came up, and it was Lee Harris, who is my other channeling, I don't want to say idol, but like I deeply respect everything that Lee Harris and Aziz bring through. A lot of the channels that I bring through align with them. So it was his video explaining what a channel was, and I just was like, oh my God, that's what I do. That's what I do. Like, I do that. I'm a channel. And then from being a channel, I just kept telling my guides, whoever I was channeling, because I would set up a video camera and I would sit in front of them, in front of my camera, and I would just channel, and I would have to watch the video back to even know what I said. So through that, I learned that I could look into chakras and I could release energy and I could speak in light language. I actually had a reading by someone who told me that I would be speaking light language, and I did not know what light language was. And then the next thing I know, I'm like speaking all of these crazy and in tongues is what I was trained in church for. So that's another thing. It proved to me, like, all my life I have been hearing people speaking in tongues, and I always questioned, is it real? Is it real? Is it real? And now I know that it is real. I call it light language, but it's really just frequency. It's frequency coming through that doesn't have human words. Human words sort of dumb down frequency, they lower it. So light language is just that pure frequency translated into as close to words as they possibly can. So about 3 years ago, I decided I was going to go professional. I couldn't read my family anymore. They were tired of it. So I remember branching out to my friends and just saying, I did pull myself away for a long time, like from my best friends, from my family, because I'm going through this very crazy thing. Like, how do you tell someone, I know that you don't know me as this, I know you've never known me as this, but I'm psychic. I'm a medium, right? I had to eventually come out and tell all my friends and family. So then the friends that were open to it were like, well, read me, probably just to like prove that I'm crazy. But I did read them, and they were absolutely shocked and amazed. And from there, I just started letting more people know, and I eventually came out as a psychic on Facebook, and I've been doing readings ever since. I think I've done about 1,000 readings in the last 3 years. I love reading. I've done group readings. I just did a group reading yesterday for a wonderful group of friends. I love doing readings, but the other thing I love is this beautiful podcast with you. I love that I get to come here, and I love that I get to bring through the energies that are the most important for humanity to understand at this time, because there really is a dimensional shift going on, and I don't want people to get lost in it, because it is very easy. And I don't want people to get lost in the spiritual realm either, because that is very easy. Spiritual psychosis is a real thing. Yeah. We are two things. We are human and we are a light body. And the goal of spirituality, the real goal, is to connect the two so they're not arguing and fighting anymore, that they're just working together. The masculine, the feminine, the yin, the yang, the dark, the light, the human, the soul, the ego, the higher self, not battling each other anymore, but working together to create the whole human body that we're really meant to do, and to learn how to bring everything that we want to us. Like, we are all an aspect of God. Every single one of our souls came from God, and we are experiencing these lives through he, she, they, right? So really creating the most dreamy life you can with your thoughts, your words, your emotions, and bringing that to you. That's what I want to bring to humanity. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to, yes, all these things, they have happened to you in your past, but we're not living on that earth anymore. We're moving to a new earth where we're free and we're able to be the beautiful beings that we were created to be by creating. Entrepreneurship is huge in the fifth dimension, and I feel that energy so deep within me. I just want to create the most beautiful, high vibrational place where people can come and they can experience, I high vibrational living, teaching high vibrational living is my my dream. That's what I get to do. I'm literally living my dream every single day. With my transformation, I will say there was a lot of my life completely flipped on its head. I'm not the same person that I was 3.5 years ago at all. I'm a completely different person living a completely different life. Although that life was perfect for me at the time, it was a very beautiful life. This life is my most authentic being. I'm living free from all the chains that my life experiences have put me under. So that's my introduction. Oh my gosh, I'm such a blabbermouth.
I knew yours was going to be long.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'm a channel. It happens.
Yeah, it
does. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we went through and we took our most viewed videos. And you know what? I'm ready for some more viewers. I'm manifesting more views. I'm manifesting more followers. There are more people that deserve to hear us. There are more people that deserve the freedom that is coming through, the frequencies that are coming through here. So if you could share, if you could subscribe, we would love some support. We love what we do, and we don't feel that the following that we have is really representative of how many people this could actually touch. So if you could just subscribe, share, please, help us, because that's what we're here to do is help humanity, help you, free yourself. So do us a solid, subscribe, please, share, videos. Okay, so the first video that I have on our list is the Blue Avian video. We channeled the Blue Avians, and I have noticed that in season 2, now we're not in control of what happens on the podcast. We leave it completely up to spirit, right? We come up with ideas that we're feeling, but what happens in the episode is actually up to spirit and what they're channeling through me. Season 1, I channeled a lot of extraterrestrials. We channeled a lot of extraterrestrials, direct channeling, where they spoke directly through me. And I feel like on season 2, what I'm doing is really just bringing down information. I'm channeling through the higher consciousness realm. It's all there. All the information is there. And I'm bringing it down, the most important things that our collective is going to need to know. Right. But I would like to direct channel. I would like the Blue Avians to come through and direct lead channel through me. So we did call it in. beforehand, and if they're willing to channel through me, I am just going to, wherever we are in the middle of a conversation, I'm just going to stop it and say that here they are and they're going to speak through. Again, I don't have any control. I can ask them, but it's team. It's a team. If they want to direct channel through me, they'll direct channel through me. Otherwise, they're just going to send me the information that's important. So first thing, on the blue avian thing that I was moved by the most is their description of what God is. I was directly channeling them at that moment, and they were describing what God is. And it was the most beautiful description of what God is to me. And what they were saying is that God is everything. The breath, the tears, the joy, the skin, you know, the river, the lakes, the insects, the trees. I mean, like, God is everything. And they were saying that you cannot put God in to, I feel them coming through. The way, you can tell when I'm channeling, when I sort of start dragging out my words, they seem to be longer and more intense. So just for the viewers, you'll know when I'm channeling directly. So they're saying, yes, Kristi, thank you for that explanation. And we are honored to be here to share this moment with you. We are very proud of humanity and how far they have come on this epic journey to what has been, now we don't like to say this very often, but there is a prophecy. There is a prophecy that the humans will rise into their power, and that prophecy really is happening right before your eyes. And we are so glad to be able to be a part and celebrate here with you and let you all know that the light is winning in the light wars. The light is winning. You star seeds, you light workers, you energy workers, you fifth dimensional humans living and creating the new earth. That's the thing. The new earth does not exist until you create it. And you are doing such an incredible job creating this new earth for these new humans to live on. And I am so privileged and honored to be able to be a part of this team and come check in on you fifth dimensional leaders every once in a while. I have to say, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. And let's get back to the subject of the Creator. What is God to say our species? We are a ninth dimensional species, very highly evolved, but do not think that we got here without evolvement. We too were once living in our egos. We too started somewhere so that we could develop into the souls, the highly advanced souls that we are. So do not think that we do not understand the rise of humanity, because we have been there too. We have risen into the dimensional energy that we exist in. We got here through all the hard work that is being taught on this human world right now. So do not ever think that we do not align with you. We align with you, and we definitely understand the journey of getting to that higher dimension. It is a struggle, and let's speak about what the Creator desires for us. So many people are craving God's direction and God's knowledge, and I just want you to understand that it is all inside of you. You are the Creator. You are a splice of heaven. It lives inside of you. You are created under the Creator's directions. You are here because our Creator energy felt His, He, they, she, them energy inside of us, and then created something with you. You are part of the Creator. God to you is everything. You are everything. You can do whatever you desire to do as long as you are confident and it is pleasing to the soul, that's what we want you to do. We do not want you to create any of the negative things that you have been creating, the things that you have been trained to say about yourself. Even if you are laughing in a joke and you are saying, ha ha ha, I am so stupid, it is not the thing that we want you to create. Ha ha ha, I am a genius. Ha ha ha, I am an entrepreneur. Ha ha ha, I am an inspiration. I am a millionaire. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am available for opportunities to seek their way to me. I am. Start speaking in I ams. Whoever you are will vibrate to you. I want to say thank you, Kristi, for inviting me through, and I am going to exit the space so that you can recuperate yourself and continue with the channels that will be coming through. Thank you for having me. Dedra, do you have any questions for us before we leave?
How long does it take from, like, if you're a fifth dimensional being to ascend to like a sixth dimensional? How long is the time frame between evolving?
There are humans that exist in the sixth dimension on this earth. It does take a lot of hard work, but we do not suggest living there. It is missing out on humanity. You are a human. We do not want you to forget that you are a human. Having a soul that is highly advanced, living in a human body, can be very confusing. So for this next phase of evolution, we would just like you to start embracing, first of all, the fourth dimension, the ones that the veil covers, the woodland creatures, the elements. Embrace the elements, earth, air, fire, water. Each one of your zodiac signs holds earth, air, fire, water, and we want you to really start working with the energetic alignment that you are born into. It is there to help you. It is here to guide you. It is here to evolve you. So do not so much worry about evolving past a fifth dimensional world, because it would feel very uncomfortable for you. You are still a human. We need to remain still in this human realm. You came here to develop certain things and achieve certain things. As a human, do not try to focus so hard on advancing past what is healthy for you. Balance. Human and soul combining together, that is the big thing. Let's meld the human and the soul so that we do not feel separated from one another, and we can live fully by feeling and embracing all of the intuition that is guiding us and our heart centers, and speaking our truth, coming from love, and creating from an abundant womb, healthy womb center, and grounding into your own beautiful energy. Let's focus on those things. I'm sorry I did not answer your question directly. I just do not want you to focus on things that maybe throw you out of your personal alignment.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful rest of your week. Enjoy your new moon celebrations. Woo! Okay, I'm back. So we covered what is God. I'm full of channeling energy, so let's just get to the seventh dimension. Was another thing that came up in that video. First, do you have anything to say about all the stuff that we just channeled? I have no clue what we just channeled. So do you have anything that you were wanting to bring up?
No, he, I don't know the gender, but the message that's coming through basically covered what God is, creator, and helping people to live in what pleases their soul. Just doing what pleases them, and speaking better on their lives, like not laughing and then talking bad about themselves, but laugh and speak like a positive thing on their life, like haha, I am rich, haha, I am wealthy, that kind of thing.
I do. I remember the ha-has.
Yeah. So it was a great channel. I thought it was very explanatory.
Okay. So now let's talk about the seventh dimension. I think we channeled a time traveler from Marcus. That was his name. So the seventh dimension is sort of dreamland. Mm-hmm. We can go to the seventh dimension as humans. But it is possible for humans to sort of get mentally stuck there because it is not of the human realm. It is a creatrix of sorts. You can go there and you can create whatever you'd like to do. Wow. So it you can get stuck there. Mm-hmm. So the message that's coming through is like really warning people about spiritual psychosis, right? Let's make sure to not completely get enveloped into the spiritual realm. We have to remember that we are humans, and that is the grounding piece of us. We cannot always live up in this spiritual realm. We have to remember that we are still humans. We have to still ground. We still have to have fun. We still have to do things that humanity likes to do. We still have to do like some naughty things sometimes, right? It keeps us balanced. We're not perfect.
Right.
Our souls are perfect, right? Our souls are perfect. But they're in this very naughty human body. Okay? And the human, it likes to do bad things sometimes. And sometimes we got to do naughty things, right? Sometimes we have to do things to off balance all of the light. And when I'm talking naughty, I'm talking like eat some chocolate cake, like go out dancing, go out. Like I went to a friend's house yesterday and we were doing a celebration of life and having a couple beers, having a couple Jell-O shots, laughing. We laughed so hard. Like, I hurt. It was just like a big group of girls at a slumber party, except for it was from ages, I was the youngest one there, I think, 45, all the way to 81. You know, and all a group of like 9 women just like letting go, like, and it would be considered probably a little bit naughty, you know. We were smoking cigarettes and we were drinking and we were telling jokes that were dirty, you know, like human. It's human, right? And I'm not going to continue that today. That's not my life, but it does balance out. Like we have to remember that we cannot get stuck in this super high vibrational place because we will not be able to relate to other humans. And we're here to enjoy this human experience. We have to enjoy humans. We have to be in tune with humans. We can't just be in tune with the spiritual, magical people. We got to experience this stuff too.
So I love that you just said all that because you are right. You do, once you awaken and you start like feeling better and you're connecting to this divine source energy, it's almost like you feel like you're finally fulfilled and like everything finally makes sense and that you're working to be, you know, good and to allow yourself to enjoy this humanity part down here can sometimes feel like maybe you're giving all that up or you're backsliding, but it's not that you are backsliding. It's not that you're just trashing everything that you worked for, but it's having fun in a healthy way.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I get lost. I get lost in that sometimes. You know, I get lost. Like if I think that I'm enjoying too much of this human world, that I just trashed everything I just worked for. And I have to find that balance and realize that it's okay for me to have fun.
We are two. We are two things. Mm-hmm. We are a high vibrational spirit that came here to live in this very human body for very specific reasons because they want to experience things. They like fun, right? They came from perfect consciousness. So they came here. We came here to experience this third dimension. We did. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here, right? Mm-hmm. So we can't just like forget that there's this whole beautiful earthly sort of dimension to interact with. Now, I don't want to completely live in the third dimension, but going back to visit and like, hey, yeah, let's have some fun. Let's experience some earthly shit. Like, let's do it. Let's be humans, you know? It's okay to do that every once in a while. Obviously, there is a line. If you're living in your trauma, this can create sort of addictions for you, but let's make sure that we are living responsibly.
Right.
We know our triggers, we know our habits, so let's live responsibly. And if you're a thrill seeker and you used to fill yourself with drugs and alcohol to get that sort of thrill, I mean, like, go for a 4-wheeler ride, like, go ride a dirt bike, you know, like, go do something, you know, like, you haven't done it in 20 years, you haven't been roller skating. Like, very human things to experience. Go experience them. Absolutely. If you are a vegan and you haven't had meat in 20 years and it makes you feel super wrong doing it, go do it. You're a human. Experience it. You know, obviously, watch your body as you know your body. You know, I'm not telling people, you know, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. So, yeah, learning how to live this very multi-dimensional world is a beautiful thing. And the next thing on the list, we have astral travel. I don't know what they want me to say about astral travel, but I wrote it down, and they're saying, like, there is people who can do this, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people who can astral travel. I feel like they just don't know that they can do it. Their mind wanders and they're seeing things, and then they'll hear later, like, oh, I did this, and then you might have a sense of deja vu, right? That's a way of astral traveling. I feel like there's a lot of people who do these things, and that is the way of the fifth dimension, is learning how to do those things. Like checking, I guess you could check out the grocery store before you went there, you know, like, see, is it packed with people? Like, start there and then go to the grocery store, and was it what you saw?
Example, my husband and I were laying in bed. We were watching our show that we watch every night together, and he was sitting there eating a bowl of cereal, and he's like, oh shit, I just had deja vu. And he's like, I swear we just had this conversation. We've seen this part on the show, and I'm doing exactly what I was doing, and I feel like I just experienced this. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you've probably jumped timelines. I don't know what happened here, but I mean, maybe you did experience it.
Let's Can you put that into a question? Can you form that into a question? What is deja vu, maybe?
Okay, what is deja vu?
So deja vu is the remembering. It is the remembering. It is a soul connection. You have done this in a previous life. You have done this in a previous time. You have done this on a natural timeline. And in that moment, those two memories are aligning. All timelines that you are living in are happening simultaneously. So the version of your higher self that has split into all its multidimensional lives that it is living, you are experiencing these things that other timeline. You are all one. So your higher self is connected with 20 other humans on this planet. Your lives would essentially cross at some time, and that is what you're feeling. Does that help to explain it for you?
That is like, it's like incomprehensible. Mm-hmm. You know, it almost feels like you just cannot quite understand it.
You want to understand? I suggest you go on a psilocybin trip, okay? Because I had this experience not that long ago where now, I wouldn't explain it as a bad experience, but it definitely was. I was like, oh God, I just want to be back to normal. I just want to be back to normal. This is lasting too long. But I was experiencing, I could feel myself as an Asian man, and I could feel his life, and I could see his children, like when I was deep in that psilocybin journey. And then there was another blonde girl that I could just I could feel her, and I remember coming back and saying, I just want to be Kristi again. I just want to be Kristi again.
So can I get a little bit more clarity on it? So they're saying you have like 20 different lives going on.
It's not necessarily 20. It is whatever the higher self picks
for the sake
to
of
experience.
Okay.
Yes,
for the sake of the communication, since that was a reference they gave. So would these be like different versions of yourself? Like it doesn't have to be like a look-alike me and a look-alike him. It could just be two different people, but you're remembering it in like your form. Like you are who you are, but you
experienced it as them and you're remembering it as you.
So with the TV show, would these people be watching the same TV show? I just don't know how everything around that works.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's an experience that someone, an extension of your higher self, as experienced in that moment. In that moment. It's aligning in that moment.
That is awesome. It's so crazy, but so cool. I mean, it's just amazing.
And the memory would be, you would see it, he would see it as that show and as you and as that bowl of cereal. But, you know how like in a dream, it's like, it was you, but it wasn't really you.
Yeah.
That's how it would sort of be. Like, he sees you right in front of you. He knows he had to experience this with you, but actually it's another lifetime that he's living at this very exact moment.
With somebody
else, a different show, a different food. It's just he's seeing what is in his life.
Right. His interpretation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. His memories.
Yeah.
That's really neat. I like that. I'm so glad you made notes.
I already can't wait to watch this episode because I'm so jazzed up with psychic. Like, that was 2 direct channels, you know? Yeah. Like, I'm a high frequency right now. I don't remember shit that we're talking about.
I love this show already. I'm so glad you made notes.
Yeah, and so the next one is remote viewing. That's the same thing. Just like going in, now don't be creepy with it, but yeah, go in and view you worried about your mom, go in, like meditate and really focus on traveling from your house to your mother's house, looking inside your mother's house, picture the whole thing, and really practice seeing her. This is a gift it's not even a gift. It's just like something that we're all born with, that we can develop into, just like what I do.
So how can we exercise that? So like somebody who's probably doesn't even really know how to meditate, let's say they're not a pro at meditating yet, and they're just like getting into it, and they want to start working on remote viewing and like activating that ability. How would they start doing that? And how would they know that they're actually doing it?
You don't know that you're actually doing it. Spirituality, channeling, all this stuff, you have to believe that you're doing it, and it'll eventually be real, right? We convince ourselves that it's just us making it up. Mm-hmm. It's always going to be us making it up. But eventually, once you start trusting the process, trusting, if you're watching lessons, like I suggest watching lessons, there are YouTube videos on how to remote view. I'm not a remote viewer. I don't know how to remote view. I know in theory that I could probably just focus on seeing you in your house, where you are, and if you want to test the theory, I guess you could text the person and be like, hey, I'm going to try to remote view. I want you to do something. Draw something on a piece of paper, okay? And I want to try to figure out what it is. And then you're like, oh, I feel a circle. And you're like, holy shit, I drew a circle. You know you're remote viewing. You know, so it's just testing theories. It's learning, education. Knowledge is power. The more you learn about something, the more you practice something. You can't just give up after the first week. You know, us people with ADHD, we get hyper focused on things, and we may not allow them to develop into what they're supposed to be because we get hyper focused. We do it all, and then we never do it again. Right? Mm-hmm. So keep going. The New Earth is all about ADHD and embracing autisms and all that fun stuff. So don't give up. Hyper focus on it. It's beautiful. Study it. Embrace it. But keep going. Keep going. Keep pushing through it. Keep pushing through it because you can do it. The next thing on the list is soul pods. Soul pods and human space suits. Humans are galactic. So that's what I'm pretty sure we talked about earlier, is that we are 2 different things. Mm-hmm. We are a higher dimensional light body inside a human body. So this human body is actually our space suit for Earth, if you want to think about it that way. I'm not Kristi. Kristi is my spacesuit. I am my higher self that is living multiple lives all at once, not only just here on Earth, but also in astro space or whatever the hell it is out there, right? So I am not Kristi. I am my higher self, and I have to deprogram myself from all the things that human Kristi has experienced in her life so that I can combine into my higher self and we can be as one. Then it won't be, I'm not actually my higher self, I'm just a human character. No, we are one now. Mm-hmm. We are combined, and that's really the goal of evolving, is really just letting your higher self guide you, trusting it enough, letting go of all the old things so that you can merge into one. And let's talk about soul pods. We come down here on this earth to learn very specific things, right? And I was explaining this to someone the other day. If you have a list, let's say it's your first time coming on earth, and you and your spirit team and God are all together, and you're saying, okay, it's your first time on earth, right? I suggest you take it slow. What are some lessons that you want to learn? And you're like, no, if I'm going to earth, I'm going to do it all, right? So you have this giant list of all these lessons that you want to live, that you want to experience on earth. You get down to earth and you realize, damn, this is hard. I don't remember that I'm a soul. I just remember that I'm a human, and I'm taking all these hits and I have all this trauma, right? And you don't advance as much as you really plan to. Your list is long. You have a lot of goals you want to crush here on earth, but damn, you got stuck on the first one. You didn't even solve the first one, right? God is so unconditional and so loving that he, she, they says, it's okay. You'll get it on your next go round, right? And because I love you so much, and this is what you ultimately wanted to learn for yourself and I, right? Because we are all God. I'm not going to let you stop reincarnating until you finish that lesson. So, next life, you got it, right? But first, I'm going to give you a team. I'm going to give you a team of all of these higher consciousnesses that you call brothers and sisters, that you call soul family. You are here on the other side. We are all one. We work really well together. We've done lots of things on other planets together. I need you down on earth. Will you help me? And they're like, hell yeah. Do you want me to live up here and be one of your silent guides and just guide you through life, dropping little hints everywhere? Or do you want me to get into an earth suit with you and we can meet up and we can do all these things? That's what soul pods are, right? So we come down to this earth with a soul pod that's like, hey, we're going to meet up at this time. We're going to meet up at this time. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. That's why when you meet people, you feel that instant connection. You're like, oh shit, this is a soul pod member, right? Soulmate, right? We feel it. It's a soulmate. But we have to remember that sometimes we're not on the same frequency. We plan to meet at this time. One of us has to be ready for ascension. One of us we came here to do something. We came here to work, but we're not always aligned. So that's why someone who is your soulmate will come in. You'll feel this connection, but it doesn't really go anywhere healthy because one of us wasn't ready to do the work that we claimed to meet up. So if I have a lesson to learn, it'll continue in maybe my next relationship, right? So we have multiple soulmates. We have multiple people in our soul pod, and they are our moms and dads and brothers and sisters and bosses and cousins and lovers and friends and, all the things. But they're like the people who are here to support us in the things that we wanted to take care of on this earth mission, and us vice versa. Sometimes they have something to give us. Sometimes we have something to give them. Sometimes you're a main character in their soul life lessons. So that's what soul pods are. Do you have questions for soul pods? No?
No, I mean, I don't even know what to bounce off that one. That was like so great.
Yeah, I'm on it today. Human spacesuits. Humans are galactic. Yeah, we come from I want to say heaven because that's what most people relate it to, but my theory is that heaven is on Earth. Heaven and hell are on earth. What kind of life do you choose to live? Whether you're going to live in hell or you're going to live in heaven. When I'm talking about the other side, I'm talking about, I don't even know what it is. I don't even know, right? It's like, it's somewhere we go where we are perfect consciousness. And once we go there, we don't have this human ego anymore, and we can see all of the tragic things that we've done in this life to bring our human to where it was today. But we are perfect human consciousness over there. We come in these human bodies so that we can experience sometimes hell on earth. Sometimes we do have to balance out the karma. Sometimes we made a lot of horrible decisions that did not advance our soul in the past life, and now in this life we got to come back and we got to fight against all of that stuff, you know? Like, again, God loves you so much, your soul team loves you so much, your higher self loves you so much. They're not letting you get away with not learning the lessons that you originally planned. This is all you. Free will. You did this. Hundreds of years, thousands of years, I don't care how long it takes, love. You got to go back to earth. So that's why it's so important to be aware in this earth life. Me as Kristi, being aware of my triggers, being aware of my fears, being aware of my traumas, because I want to solve as many of those things that I've carried lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. I want to get through them, you know, because if I do have to come back in my next life, I won't have to fight so hard, you know? I won't have to have so many things, and I want to enjoy being a human, and I am at the point in my life now where I am really embracing what it is to be a human. But in my next life, I don't want to have all these same triggers. I want to move forward on the list.
Right.
You know, I wanted to do all these things. I got to get past these first. So I'm going to get past all the generational curses, all the traumas, all the repeated cycles. Smash them, get them out of the way so I can move on to the new stuff that I want to learn. I mean, only half my list has to be bad stuff, right? I want to learn these deep, dark experiences so that I can round out my soul. But the last half of my list is, I want to learn how to be a glorious human and rule the world, you know? I want good shit too.
Yes.
So I got to fight through all the hard stuff so that I can get to the good stuff. And that's what I'm doing in this life. Trying my hardest to be the best version of myself that I can be every single day. And
absolutely.
It's fucking hard. It's hard.
Heck yeah, it is. So let's say you come down here in your suit and you are raised very religious, you know, and you fear hell and that kind of thing. And let's say maybe you did a lot of bad things, and when you died, you feared going through your life review and rejected it, and you become a soul that's trapped here on earth. Would that be the correct? Are
you saying someone's crossed over?
Right.
They do not want to go through their life review because they are scared of what they're going to feel.
Yes.
They do not get trapped on earth by God's standards. No, that's not God saying, nope, you can't get out of earth.
Are they here?
They will come here because they can't fully move around in the next dimension.
Right.
Their perfect consciousness hasn't really clicked into place yet because they have not done the full human exit.
Right, so they're earthbound spirits.
They're not necessarily earthbound. They just like to come here.
Okay, so do they...
It's comfortable here for them because it's what they know. It's what their full consciousness hasn't clicked in. So they're kind of like in limbo. You can't go through the life... You got to go through the life review. So they come here because it's comfortable for them.
Do they think they're stuck?
Some after a while would probably believe that. I'm just channeling from what I feel right now. I feel like every spirit that is sort of visiting Earth and is afraid of the life review always knows that all they have to do is just go through the life review.
Okay, so but they end up meeting back with their higher self. Like they don't stay lost or stay away.
At this point, the higher self, it's just a human. I feel like the higher self the higher self is not trapped in that human body.
But that part of their energy, does it ever go back, like, you know?
Let's figure that out. Can you turn it into a question?
Yes. Will spirits that are afraid of life review end up meeting back after a long period of time, still meet back with their higher self? Do they end up going back to...
After that human soul is free. That human soul is free. The soul is guiding you through life, but once it comes to that life review, that human soul, once they finish it, that human soul is free.
So they won't reject the life review forever. Like, they will all eventually complete their life review?
No, not necessarily. I'm not feeling that. And I do feel like the more you resist the life review, maybe the darker and the heavier you get. So maybe you would combine with other darker, heavier energies on the planet, and in that way you're still sort of serving God, because the energies have to be balanced. It's all for a reason. It's all for, like, as humans, we can't grasp how this place is created and how it works. We can't grasp it. So they just explain to me in the easiest forms, right? But everything has to be, it's all created to be, like, they knew that certain humans wouldn't be able to do the life review, so they were like, well, then when that happens, we'll do this, and they have the opportunity to do this, all still serving the whole symbiotic relationship of Earth and its energies.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Everything is a divine plan. Yeah. Like, they knew that there wouldn't be certain energies that would be able to face them, and they put certain things in place that would still make the symbiotic relationship flow.
Okay.
Again, high dimensional, highly intelligent beings beyond anything that we can. I mean, if you created a planet, if you created a solar system, imagine how intelligent you are. We still don't have flying cars. They create planets and solar systems. So it's and when they explain it to me, it is in really the most basic forms. So when I'm explaining something, I had to explain this to someone in a reading, the one I did yesterday. Like, I'm channeling from my experiences, from the knowledge that I have, from the words that I have, from the experiences that I have. So I might be saying something to you, channeling from my experiences, and it might not fit your situation perfectly, but if you change a few things, you're like, oh, this is what she was saying. This is what she meant. Like, I'm just transcribing frequencies that are coming through, but I'm using my knowledge, my feelings, all. So if I am saying, like, somebody in your life was an alcoholic, but they weren't an alcoholic, they were a drug addict, you can see, because from my experiences, I have a lot of alcoholics in my life. So I'm pulling from my knowledge. Other times it will be exactly it. Right? But when I'm channeling and you guys are listening, you have to take it into not this very exact experience, but what aligns with you. I'm channeling from my experience, my knowledge, my things, and I'm transcribing it in my version of it. So you can take it and you can alter it to what fits in your life the best. I'm not ever telling anyone exactly what things are, exactly what to believe, exactly what to do, because that's not free will. I'm not a cult leader. I'm just here to say, hey, these are up to interpretation, just like the Bible is up to interpretation. I'm bringing through high frequencies, high consciousness, and you take it into your form and do what you want to do with it. Okay, the next thing on the list, and we have about 10 minutes left. We didn't even get through the first episode.
Are you serious?
Obviously we're going to have to continue.
That's beautiful.
I'm excited to watch this one. So, okay, the next one, now this might be a little bit of a touchy subject, but we'll see. We talk about a lot of narcissism that's on the planet right now, right? And it's everywhere. Like, narcissism is everywhere. And I tried to find it in my family. I tried to find it, like, it exists in my family, but where did it come from? I know that narcissism is if you're raised by impossible standards, like it'll create a sense of narcissism in you. Like, I have to create this version of myself that is holier than thou because nobody else was gonna support me, right? Like, and it just it's and it doesn't go away, right? It's for life. Narcissism takes a lot to go away. So in that episode, we channeled that religion was a big part of bringing narcissism to the land, to the earth.
Right.
Because we have these very, very powerful gods that say that you are born a sinner. As soon as you take your first breath in life, you are born a sinner. And they have all these impossible standards for us to live up to as humans. Of course, we cannot live up to these perfect standards that this perfect God has. So we fail every single day. We're never able to live up. We're always a sinner. Always a sinner no matter what. You can do the very best that you can possibly do. You're still always a sinner. Always a sinner. And maybe I'll let you into heaven. Maybe, you know? Why wouldn't that create narcissism? Right? It's not necessarily our parents raising us, but maybe we had very religious parents. Maybe we lived under a very religious household, and that is able to create narcissism. And that is one of the big downfalls of religion that we really have to break, because people don't deserve to live as narcissists.
No. Absolutely not.
It can't be good. It can't be happy. It can't feel happy.
No.
They can't feel joy. They can't feel love. And if they are being programmed from birth that you are a horrible, dirty, yucky sinner as soon as you take your first breath, that's what they feel like inside. You know, and that's why they create such grandiose personalities, because they need to. That's what they needed to protect themselves. It is, you know, so as evil as they are and as horrible as they are, we have to have such compassion, because how did they get that way? They were created. Narcissists are not born. They're created. So that went from that was like full circle, you know, like these horrible things are happening on the planet, but we have to come full circle and say, I have compassion because I understand where this came from. It doesn't mean that you have to play into their toxic shit. It just means I do understand why you are the way that you are. I understand it, and I love you because I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that, right? Yeah. I'm sorry that you had to feel so low, you know? I'm so sorry. So, yeah. Living up to God's standards. And then Christ consciousness was the last thing on the list, and I think that will save the next video. The next one is the false vibrations. Lots of people loved that one. Yeah. That was a big hit. I think that's one of my biggest videos on TikTok. I think it has the most views. So we'll do that next episode. And I'm going to ask another, because season 1 was all about extraterrestrials, I'm going to ask another extraterrestrial to come in and sort of channel through me like they did today. So that'll be next episode. But the last one is Christ consciousness. And speaking of religion, I mean, literally, if you align with religion, doing what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? You know, what would this man who loved and accepted everyone with compassion and kindness and equality, what would this human do? You know, Christ consciousness, it's really loving everyone for exactly who they are and exactly where they are on their journey, accepting everyone no matter who they are, no matter what they dress like, no matter who they align with. Like, it's acceptance, complete acceptance. And even though you may not align with those sort of things, it's accepting them for exactly who they are, and exactly because everyone is on a journey here on earth. All these things that I'm saying about you that you're here to do on this planet, everyone is here to do those things. We all have a list that we're fighting through so that we can get to peace and joy and heaven on earth. We all have a galactic list that we're trying to check off. So even though people do not align with you, what would Jesus do? He would love them. and he would have compassion, and he had kindness and understanding, and he would drop seeds of information to them without overwhelming them with information. Christ consciousness, it is the fifth dimensional way of living. It is 5D. It is what we're here to do. And I'm so grateful for, I know that in my knowledge, in my teachings and the things that I've been shown, I really do not think Jesus, the name Jesus, I don't think that he was a human. I don't think there was a Jesus. I don't think he existed. I do know that there was a man who had the name of Yeshua, who sort of went around and did the things, Jesus-esque things. So he learned, Reiki and mystery schools, and there's the whole, there's just lots of things. There's lots of things. So I am very grateful for the character Jesus. Mm-hmm. I'm very grateful that his energy does exist, because he has been created now. If he did not exist before, Jesus did not exist before, we have created him as humans. And he is a loving, kind, accepting, compassionate, beautiful, wonderful, warm, caring, kind white man. Yeshua is not white. And he was a human. He wasn't perfect. He did make mistakes. He did know that there was two earths here, and he was teaching people not to live on the third dimension. Yeshua was literally here to do exactly what we are here to do. We are teammates with him. I do not feel as if Yeshua is higher than me. I feel like Yeshua is my brother. Yeah. I feel like Yeshua and I came here to do the exact same thing at different times, and I feel like he works through me. We are a team. We are one. I love Jesus, the character. I love him, but he is not what Yeshua is to me, an equal and a brother. So I appreciate both versions of the people, but I align more with Yeshua, the man. He was a human. Yeah. He was real. Yeah. He existed on this planet, and he came here to do exactly what I came here to do, was just like teach.
Yeah, way showers.
People. Yeah, way showers. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. So, anything else before we wrap up? Oh, we're at an hour exactly. So, do you have anything?
No, I am excited for the next podcast. I watched that podcast, and it took me back to the day that you we're talking about, and I can't wait till we bring that story back up.
Yeah, what was one of the, it was like a main thing that came, like what was the big one? I don't remember. Aliens are real! I get so upset! Aliens are real! Okay, so just to cover some things that we're going to be covering next week, I have written down here, respond, not react. So we'll go into how to do that. Very hard lesson to learn. We're going to talk about triggers. Spiritual ego, and that's kind of what we closed with today. Respecting others' paths. That's their path. And they're here to learn the same, different lessons than you are, but this is their path. And we have to respect their path, and we have to let go of that spiritual ego that we have that wants to control everybody because we know better, because we're spiritually evolved. Yeah. Spiritual ego.
Absolutely. Well said. Yes.
Here's the big one. Not carrying people into the fifth dimension. If you're carrying people and dragging people along with you, that's your vibrations pulling them and not their vibrations keeping them. So that's false vibrations, which is the main theme for the whole video. Yep. And then we're going to talk about unconditional love. Aliens are real. Galactic brothers and sisters, take a time out. Shut your mouth sometimes. Don't be a fixer. And magic with a K. So all of that in next week's episode. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful Wednesday. Have a beautiful rest of your week. Enjoy the new moon. It is here. Celebrate. For local people, Cosmic Coven, Samantha Young and I are doing a goddess cold plunge into the river on Friday evening. We're meeting at Twin Bridges, my house, at 5:30. We're going to have a bonfire, and we're going to do a release ceremony into the bonfire. And to symbolize a rebirth, we're going to jump into the river and so essentially baptize ourselves in the beautiful cold water. So if you're interested, come on out. You do not have to jump in the river with us. It is optional, but if you are going to jump in the river, you feel like you will be inspired to jump in the river at any point, please bring an extra set of clothes, a blanket, bring a chair unless you want to sit on the ground. But I think I'll have some warm beverages. I'll make some hot cocoa. I'll make some coffee, and I'll bring that down to the river so that we can all be warm and fuzzy, release all of our manifestations into the universe, dip ourselves in that cold river, and reborn into the woman that we are in the new moon. I love you all so much.
Love you. Bye.